Welcome to New England Donor Services 2024 Virtual Donor Remembrance Ceremony. My name is Alexandra Glazier, and I am the President and CEO of New England Donor Services. Here at NEDS, our mission is to save and heal lives through organ and tissue donation. We are truly privileged to see the best of humanity in what is often the most difficult of circumstances. The ability of donors and their families to extend themselves for the benefit of people who may be of a different age, gender, race, religion, or national origin reminds us of how we are ultimately all connected to one another. And it's truly humbling to bear witness to this altruism in action. Thank you for spending this time with NEDS and for sharing your loved one's legacy with us. It is through their gifts of organ, tissue, and eye donation that the lives of many people have been saved, improved, and enhanced, as each transplant has the potential to renew health and restore hope to those in need. As one recipient recently expressed, and this is a quote, "This heart has already been very good to me. I've been doing so well. As soon as I was able to, I began biking, hiking, and I even started running, which I could never do before because of my limitations. I filled the year up with experiences and adventures, many I never thought I would. Since transplant, I've hiked over 40 trails already. Every time I hike a mountain that has a summit or a lookout, I bring a little rock with a painted heart on it, and I leave it up there in honor of my donor. I'm going to fight hard to do well and to not squander this gift that I was given. I want to outwardly live my gratitude to them and to you." In addition to honoring your loved ones today, we have the opportunity to hear recipient stories, which demonstrate just how strong of an impact the gift of donation can have on a life. Also, let us not forget that behind each of these recipients are those who love and care for them, and they too benefit from this gift of donation. So thank you again for your kindness and generosity in supporting the gift of donation. It is our hope that you find comfort and peace through this ceremony. And I would now like to introduce Kelly Green, Manager of Aftercare Services.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you all for joining us today as we remember your loved ones who offered hope to others. I have the privilege of leading our dedicated and compassionate aftercare services team, whose mission is to support donor families after the loss of a loved one. Jamie Anderson said, "Grief, I've learned, is really just love. It's all the love you want to give, but cannot. All that unspent love gathers in the corners of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and the hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love with no place to go." All of us gathering today are here because we have both loved and lost. Those beautiful little flowers, aptly named forget-me-nots, are a simple reminder that the seeds of love we sow will continue to grow and blossom and flourish long after someone is gone. They are symbolic of the fact that even though life is temporary, love does not and cannot fade. And so, as we remember those we love, may you know that love is for you, with you, and around you always. Today, we remember those who have left the profound legacy that matters to the many lives that have been touched by each donor's act of donation. At this time, I am honored to introduce the newest member of our aftercare team, Caitlin Dalton. Katie is the chaplain and previously worked with and supported donor families during the donation process. She has experienced firsthand the altruism of donors and their families. Katie?
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us as we take time to remember your loved ones. Let us begin by taking a slow and deep breath to ground us in this moment. Spirit of life and of love, be with each of us as we gather to remember and honor our family and friends who have died. While we mourn their passing, we also celebrate the choice to donate and to give life to others. This is the ultimate act of connection and compassion for those who are suffering. May we find stillness amidst the waves of grief. May their laughter echo in our hearts, and may the image of their smile be one that brings us warmth and light on the lonely and heavy days. May we have the courage to carry them forward in the stories that we share and the way we live our lives. May their memories be a blessing. May the love they brought into this world continue to ripple through our lives. May they continue to grow, live, and thrive in the recipients. May the many hands that worked to care for our loved ones be blessed in their work as they care for others. May the many hands that work to tend to the recipients continue to be a source of healing in this world. May we hope to be inspired to care for others in this life as these heroes have in their death. For those who have shared their corneas and allowed others to see, we will remember. For those who gave their skin, helping others to heal, we will remember. For those who shared their organs, freeing others from the grip of death, we will remember. For those who gave their muscles and bones, helping others to move again, we will remember. For those who shared their veins, restoring vital blood flow, we will remember. For those who gave their valves, allowing hearts to mend, we will remember. For those who offered to share, but could not in the end, we will remember. For those who gave to research, helping countless lives beyond their own, we will remember. May the lives they have touched through their gift continue to thrive and be a source of greater love in this world. Each of them blessed this world with their presence. We lift up our gratitude for this final act of giving life and healing as they left this world. May their memory be a blessing for all those who had the honor to know them in this life, and for all those who will carry them forward in this world. May their families and friends be blessed with comfort and strength as they continue to navigate this world with a hole in their hearts and daily lives. May they feel our deepest gratitude for the sharing of stories and helping us to keep these memories alive. We will not forget the choice to give life. May this time of remembrance lighten the weight of our grief by giving it a place to go. Amen.
Thank you for that beautiful blessing, Caitlin. NEDS staff will now light 5 candles in honor of your loved ones. 1 for grief, 1 for courage, 1 for memories, 1 for love, 1 for hope. At this time, we also invite you to light your candle at home in memory of your loved one.
This first candle represents our grief and the pain we feel having lost you.
This candle represents our courage to confront our sorrow.
This candle is our memories, the times we laughed and the times we cried.
This candle represents the love your presence brought to each of us.
This candle represents the light of our hope, that our memories will be a source of comfort.
The mission of New England Donor Services is to save and heal lives through organ and tissue donation. We remain deeply appreciative to all who have considered donation and made the decision to offer the gifts of organ, eye, and tissues to benefit the lives of others. We are honored to share 3 recipient stories with you today. It is our hope that you find comfort in their words.
Hi, I'm Ham, and I just, about 2 years ago, I received a heart transplant, and I just want to let everyone know how glad I am that this came about. My journey was a long journey. I'll make it brief, but I was having a lot of issues with congestion and in my lungs, but it was being caused by a heart issue I had. And I was told I needed a transplant, which I did after a while thinking about it. And the operation went fine. Everything was super. The doctors were great. And they just kept me, advised of everything that was going on. And now I'm back to where I used to be. I was a very active guy, and for a while there, I really couldn't do much of anything for about 2 years. But now I'm back, and my goodness, I'm back to all my activities: swimming, going to the beach. The winter I ski. That's my favorite thing. I was told I couldn't do that anymore. Well, I'm doing it. And of course my family. It's important to my family because I was not doing very well at all. But after this, now I feel back to where I was 3-4 years ago, which is great. And I owe it all to the staff at the 2 different hospitals I was at, and certainly to the donor and the donor's family. And I just want them to realize how important this was, and it's given my life back. So it's great. So thanks, many thanks.
is such a pleasure and honor to be asked to speak today. I would like to thank the New England Donor Services Aftercare Program for inviting me to share my unique story. My name is Beth Ballard. I am a tissue recipient. I am a donor mom. I am sharing my story today about my tissue donation. And I am sharing my story today in honor of my son, Brian. I am sharing my donation story in honor of my donor family. I always enjoyed so many outdoor activities, long walks, hiking, snowboarding, and 10 to 15-mile bike rides, not only in Connecticut, but also in New Hampshire, and in Colorado, and in Connecticut. Over the years, due to overuse and arthritis, my left ankle became more and more painful and swollen to do most any physical activity. In 2012, I had my first surgery to repair my torn ligaments in my left ankle. But as I was told, it was just a repair, no guarantees, and I would be limited in what I could do. It wasn't long before my ankle got to a point that the doctor told me I might not be able to walk unless I had the next big surgery. In August 2014, after many doctor appointments, it was decided that the best course of action would be that I receive an allograft, donated tissue, in my left ankle. The decision was simple for me: walk or not walk. But I knew that the decision that the family had to make was difficult. I knew a family had honored and had made the selfless decision to help others in our community through tissue donation. On the day of my surgery, I could see the small cooler the tissue was in. It was at that moment that I knew how fortunate I was to be receiving a gift that would change my life. A very special person and his family had made the decision to donate tissue. I knew firsthand the decision this family had made in an extremely sad and difficult time. It took courage and strength. I am happy to share with you it took time and countless hours of PT to regain my strength. I am able to enjoy all the activities I had loved. My pain was nothing to the pain of losing a loved one. With each new step, I thought of my donor. I thought about his family, and I thought about the gift of tissue, which had enriched and enhanced my life. I will always be eternally grateful. Before my surgery, I discussed that I wanted to thank the donor family and I would like as much information as he could give me. I was told I would be given all the information needed to thank the family. I knew the family was from Virginia Beach, but that was all I knew. As a donor mom, you would have thought that the thank you note would be easy, but it was just the opposite. It was very difficult. It took several weeks for me to compose my thank you note to this family, a family that has forever changed my life. In 2020, I had to have a total ankle replacement. But when I look at my scars on my ankle, I am reminded that I carry a piece of my donor with me. I have had 25 years to reflect since the death of my son. Brian passed away in 1998 at the age of 15 and donated his corneas. Brian always wanted everyone to be happy, and his gift has done just that. Brian's gift gave 2 people the gift of sight. My donor gave me the gift of mobility. You are all truly very special, compassionate, and giving individuals, and it has been my honor to share my story with you. I wish you all the gift of hope.
Hello, my name is Fred Breimeyer, and I want to begin by thanking you as a member of the donor community for giving me my sight back. I know you went through a terrible loss and with much grief, but despite all of that, you found it in your hearts to provide me and others with life. For some of us, it was a better life. For others, it was life itself. And I cannot express how thankful we are for what you did. In my case, I was unfortunately affected by a disease that inflamed my eyes. We thought it was conjunctivitis. It wasn't. It was an autoimmune disease known as Wegener's. It's a pretty fierce disease, and it took a full year to gain control over it. During that time, my eyes were highly inflamed, so much so that it destroyed vessels that were feeding my corneas, so I became blind. During that time, we all had to make adjustments. I had to make adjustments, my wife Adele, and the entire family. And I became dependent on the medical community, and also dependent upon you and your generosity. It's now been 8 years since that happened, and I've had sight for almost 6 years of it. I lost 2 years to blindness. And during that time, I came to appreciate just what a wonderful gift life is and sight is. I also wanted to share with you something that was given to me back in 2017. We have twin granddaughters, Haley and Riley Kate, and they were very concerned about me, as you might have guessed, during this period of blindness. And when they were 8 years old, they supplied me on Father's Day, which they call Granddaddy's Day, Happy Granddaddy's Day, with a picture of a heart and arms outstretched for a hug to give or to receive, with googly eyes on the front and many on the other side. That was their hope, that I would have my sight back. And I do because of you. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our recipients for sharing how their gifts have changed their lives. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of your loved ones for their compassionate generosity and wish to make the world a better place by helping those in need. Their individual legacies live on in each moment of the healthful lives they have made possible. Inspirational speaker and author Randy Fine has said, "Be the beacon of light in someone else's darkness." Today, we thank and honor your beacons of light with photos you thoughtfully submitted for our pictorial tribute. We feel this depicts the true heroes of donation. It is with great pride that I introduce our heroes. We encourage you to continue to find ways to honor your loved ones while investing in yourself and in the lives of those still living. Those we love are no longer where they were. They are now wherever we are. I would now like to introduce you to Caitlin Bernabucci, Director of Community Affairs and Development.
We like to take a moment to share a collection of the meaningful ways families honor and remember loved ones through their work in the community. As donor families, your service to the mission of New England Donor Services is unparalleled. You are tireless advocates for the gift of life. You share your loved one's donation story so that others understand how they may too help heal others. Daily, we are inspired by your generosity, your grace, and your unwavering commitment to helping. We are most grateful to you for sharing the power of organ and tissue donation. And we are thankful for all that you do to show others that donation saves lives. Thank you for the many ways you choose to support this organization. You have a special connection to New England Donor Services, and we appreciate all of the goodness that you bring to this important cause as you celebrate the precious gift given by your loved one.
As we come to the end of our time together, we hope you have found some comfort in the stories and welcome you to join us at upcoming events like the Blue and Green Walks. Those we have honored and celebrated today have left a profound, life-saving, and healing legacy that matters to the many lives that have been touched by each donor's act of donation. To our hearts and minds go the enduring remembrance of your loved ones' lives. NEDS staff is honored to have had the opportunity to remember your loved ones during this program. They will never be forgotten. Wishing you all peace and comfort.
Please visit the Aftercare website by scanning the QR code on the screen with your phone or visiting caringconnectionsneds.org. The Aftercare team can be reached at ac@neds.org or via phone at 781-373-7945.